Hi guys, I'm just going live this is probably nonsense or whatever, but something told me maybe just do this. It's harder to do it than not to, so I just thought I would share what I'm thinking with you guys. How you guys doing? Good to see. Good to see you. Um, I was thinking about God and His existence and His nature. And I was thinking about it, and a lot of what the Christians believe may not add up. Doesn't make. Let me explain what I'm talking about. First of all, if God exists, that itself is at issue. We don't know if God exists or not. The universe could have gotten here. We could have gotten here by some other means. There's other books written by conspiracy theorists and people that, like David Icke and stuff, that talk about ways we could have come here, that don't involve God. They involve ancient astronauts that interbred with us and sped up our evolution, because 95% of our DNA is what they call junk DNA, but it turns out it's all reptilian. It's all alien DNA. It means that hundreds of thousands of years ago, a more evolved species might have come to Earth, populated with us, and jump-started our evolution by about 500 million years, and thus why we became where we are, who we are in such a short time. It's all explainable. There's evidence for that, just as there's evidence that the Christians say they have for Jesus. There's stuff in Palestine. There's Peter's room and all kinds of things in Palestine that point to Jesus. The David Icke people have the same ammo and on the other side. They have there's underground cities of Atlantis and all kinds of stuff. There's evidence for that too. But then I want to take it a step further. So even whether God exists or not, itself is an unanswered question. But then let's assume, just for sake of argument for now, that there is a God. Well, then there's a next question that doesn't often get brought up, but I want to bring it up. His nature. Let me explain what I mean by this. The pastor of our church, that now he tells me I'm not allowed to attend, would always call God the immortal one, the eternal one. But it follows from simple logic that if a being, which we call God, is immortal and eternal, he doesn't have to be good. There's no one to judge him. He lives forever. Now think about it. If me and you live forever, if I live forever, I could do whatever I want. Well, who's to say, and why wouldn't God have the same power? Why wouldn't God have the choice to be bad if he wants to? He doesn't have anyone to judge him. In fact, no one can kill him, so he can't be judged. No one's above him, so no one can judge him. So he has the freedom and the right to be evil if he wants to. So A, who's to say he isn't or hasn't already done that? Or B, who's to say he won't or become evil in the future? And not only that, C, if he can't be evil or do evil now or at any time, maybe he's just a construct of maybe he's just a model that is convenient to think of for our minds to understand that doesn't really exist or represent reality, because if God can't be evil or do evil, he also can't do anything else. He can't use his freedom and his immortality to do anything else either. Because if he can't do one thing, if he can't make a choice in one direction, who's to say he can make any decision, including this decision to create us? Because an immortal being can't be judged and can't die, can choose to be evil anytime he wants. Otherwise, he's just a figment of our construct for our minds to understand our world and universe better, or different, or the way someone wants us to. Because it's inconsistent and illogical, like an oxymoron, to say that God is all powerful and can't die and has no one greater than him, and yet he cannot commit evil. That is ridiculous. And if he can commit evil, then who's to say he is good or love, and who's to say that he should be worshipped as such or any other way? Now I'm not proving anything. I'm not proving anything by this discussion. I'm just opening up questions that I've thought of and issues that are important to me. I just want to leave with a final thought. It's like the Superman dilemma. If there's a Superman that basically is immune to our bullets and our gravity, then the only thing keeping him from being a supervillain is his own change of mind. And maybe he's only human and has a personality, but that can change. What if Superman becomes mentally ill and can't think straight? We'd have a crazy. What if Superman, I don't know, just started getting into weird stuff and became evil? Well, then we'd all have a supervillain. Well, yet the books say that Superman is always good. Well, that sounds like that is a story. Does not represent reality, and it's very unlikely, and not even the whole story, or even a real story that could happen in real life. And the same thing is true of the story of God or the belief in God. If God even has free will, and if no one can judge him, he can't die. To me, if the God people can't accept that I'm at least partly right here, then I don't trust their side either. I don't trust their God is immortal. God can't die, and yet God is always good and can't do bad. Doesn't add up. Love you guys. Peace. Rock and roll.